Dear San Francisco, we are fortunate to live in the most beautiful, remarkable place on earth. But the true magic of San Francisco, the San Franciscans. There's a reason why our city has always been synonymous with the future. Here we don't fear the future, we forge it. From the gold rush to the miracles of science and technology, our city has always been the cradle of innovation, buzzing with optimism and creativity. We are a vibrant and diverse city, home to hardworking families, diligent students, and heroic veterans, and the dreams of entrepreneurs and immigrants. From Chinatown to Japantown, from the Mission to the Fillmore, from Hunters Point to the Castro, North Beach to the Sunset.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
It's my little tribute to Nancy Pelosi announcing her retirement about 58 years too late. Saggy-titted, stupid liberal bitch. Hi, how are you? Welcome to Sean Hannity Show. Hey, folks. Welcome to the live lineup, boys and girls. As you see, you get my show, and you get these people that are scrolling by. Great shows. You get them free, and now you can get Glenn Greenwald live at 7 p.m. right after my show. If you want to watch it all ad-free, what do? You sign up for Rumble Premium. And don't forget to download the Rumble app. Today I'll be talking about a shocking, what I call jail confession. I'll give you more details during the show if I don't pass out. A thwarted terror attack that we touched on yesterday, and we have more on that. And, there's a woman, she's like a state rep in St. Paul, and she's here illegally, but that's all right. I mean, we're fucking finished. Also, a weird fucking story out of Austin, Texas. Torture and trauma. Some girl was kidnapped by her friends, and they tied her to some exercise equipment in the backyard for a couple months. I did that to a girl for once. She loved it. Yeah, she loved it. Oh, for the love of Pete. How are you, folks? What is it? Thursday. It's Thursday. I didn't even jot anything down from yesterday. What did I? I stayed up to 4:30 last night. Like I said, I'm a guy that, all kinds of sleep. Oh, you got to be consistent with your blah, blah. Okay. I've been going to bed at 2 a.m., 2:30 my whole fucking life. Even when I was 6 months old. Not good parents. I was out in the yard in my diaper running around throwing shit at the kids. Ever tell you that, Dallas? I went on a cop ride. What do they call it? A buddy ride or whatever the fuck? With my late great friend, Greg Zook, who was a cop down in Dade County. And when he used to, Liberty City, you heard it? Maybe the worst, arguably the worst ghetto in the country. It's right up there with anything in Chicago. It's also where you get a ton if you watch Florida football. Every running back and receiver, every player comes out of Liberty City or the Pork and Beans Project was another one. He used to have to police those after midnight. So he drove me and Colin Quinn through in his cop car one night. It's like, I don't know, 2 a.m. I'm not shitting you. It's 2 a.m. There's literally kids in their diapers, like on the porch and shit. 2 a.m. I'll never forget, we turned onto the street. There's like 4 black dudes. They all could have been linemen for the fucking LA Rams. All in wife beaters with tattoos on their neck. They're fucking, one of them spits at the cop car. Oof. I mean, this is on the middle of the fucking night. And I'm going, what the fuck? Zook's laughing. My cop buddy's laughing. He goes, I've had to go and fucking knock on doors when there's domestic disturbance. I go, how are you still alive? He goes, I don't know. And of course, Colin Quinn was soaking it in. I mean, this is so right up his alley. Quinn's all about urban, about race and fucking decay and prisons. And they were some of the baddest looking fucking, fresh out of the pen, it looked like, But the kids running around was freaking me the fuck out. Gee, I wonder why they're lunatics by the time they're in third grade, bringing guns to school and shit. Nick, that's not their fault. The slavery. Shut it. Fucking shut it and fold it and put it in a drawer. Just made that up. Somebody write that in. It's a beauty. Put that on a T-shirt. Sell none. I forgot to do my.
Good morning, my neighbors! Hey, fuck you!
That's New York. That was the best part of living in New York. That's the people. Nobody fucking says hi. You say hi to the fucking guy behind the bodega counter. You think he's an immigrant hippie. He's like, what the fuck are you looking at me for? Why? Because he's a homeless guy touching the tongs in the salad bar. He just put his nuts in the fucking olives. And you're sitting here with your cat asleep on your lap. Anyways, diversity. It's our strength. Anybody else feel things aren't going? I feel the media, the left-wing media, controlling the narrative again. I know a lot of it has to do with the Mandami getting elected in New York City. I know it has a lot to do, but other shit. I'm just reading stories. That type of insanity isn't just in New York. It's in blue fucking cities. And Maine, I went to school in Maine. It was known for canoes and shooting ducks and deers. And they just voted on Tuesday against having to make people show IDs when they vote. I don't know where we're at. I don't understand how. That's why I'm so cynical. I don't believe the average. I don't care how left-wing and stupid. I just don't believe the state of Maine is that full of people. People that would be. That's somebody explain the reasoning. Nobody ever explains it. Nobody ever interviews a person and goes, tell me how that's good, not showing an ID. Who is that fucking hurting? And don't say minorities because they don't have driver's licenses. Because that's racist, number one. If anything, they're stealing cars. They don't, what? That's racist. Ah, shut it. I'm just kidding. I sound like Scorsese's mom. By the way, she's in it a lot. What a character. She's just like she is. He never gave her lines. In Goodfellas, that scene when they come in at 3 a.m. Remember? After they fucking buried who, and they come in, she goes, oh, who's here? Well, what happened? Blood on. She ad-libbed all that. You wonder where he got his fucking brains? She's like, I asked Martin, what do you want me to say? He goes, you know what to say. Just say what you'd say. And boy, how good was she in that? You don't say too much. And in one scene, she's complaining. She goes, I hate it when he'd put me in the movie and then I'd get cut out. And she was dead serious. She goes, one time we were making, I forget which movie it was. I had a day job still. She goes, we had to do the scene 27 times. It's 3 a.m. I got a day job. I have to be at 7 a.m. And I'm telling him, he's like, go stand in the corner. This is the documentary. I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday. Scorsese on Apple TV. I watched the final 3. I think it's a total of 5. They get better and better. There's not a bad one in it. I mean, the beginning starts him as a kid and who he hung out with and all these wise guys and crooks. And oh, my God. Last night they were showing Raging Bull, all the ups and downs with his career, though, and him being snubbed by Hollywood because the big studios were threatened by him and all independent, and he was the most successful independent guy. He was a rebel, a true Italian, and fucking brilliant beyond belief. He would sketch all the scenes with draw little pictures first. He was doing it as a kid. His friends came over when they were like 10. He's drawing little pictures of a movie he wants to make. He was born to fucking do it. You guys will eat it up. They're showing outtakes from the Raging Bull. Like De Niro's against the ropes. Remember when he just laid there and Sugar Ray pounded him? They were doing outtakes from that. He's like laughing in between. It is fucking gold. And by the way, that movie, it's De Niro and him's best work ever. It won movie of the decade. I couldn't believe how many good movies. I forgot how. The Color of Money with Tom Cruise and Paul Newman, the fucking pool. And they showed him every time at the Oscars, waiting for his first Oscar, you know. Kevin Costner. And he wouldn't even try to hide. He's like, what a fucking Hollywood, they haven't changed a bit. Childish little fucks protecting their little ring of... They finally gave it to him for The Departed when he was 106. They're like, this guy won't go away. Let's give him one. Maybe he will. And he's so funny when they're interviewing him. And there's shots of him when he's in his 30s. He got hooked on coke and couldn't fucking operate. And the pressure he has to go under budget. And but you guys, I'm telling you, did I just say that I did, right? The scene in Goodfellas at 3 a.m. Or was I? See, I talk about this before the show. That's why I get confused. But her ad-libbing and all that shit. And he was just so friggin' brilliant. And some people find what they're supposed to do on Earth. Some people do podcasts. You know, and I did audition, by the way. I think it was for The Irishman. And I had to go down to Tribeca to De Niro's office and they had me do it a few times, which is usually a good sign. If you do it once or twice and they go, thank you for coming in, you're like, oh, fuck. Unless they know immediately when you walk on the door, that's the guy. But they had me in there for like 25, 30 minutes doing a scene over and over. And I go, inside you're going, this is good. They actually give a fuck. And then I'm excited because I'm getting the next day I get the call. Marty loved what he did, but maybe he said maybe he'll try to find something else for him, which I knew was just a nice way of letting you down. Motherfucker. But that's what people go through in actors, and it's cool, though. I went down to De Niro's building. He owns a whole building. You get to see that shit, his secretary and, you know. Anyways, you got to watch this. Kundun, I don't know if you guys remember, he did a movie called Kundun about, I forget, Buddhists or whatever the fuck. He's over there. They had no money. This is what's going to depress you. There's points where Martin Scorsese, after he's already made these huge hits, they're on his ass about fucking going over budget. One movie, they didn't give him hardly any money. Can you imagine he's fighting for financing? He's Martin fucking Scorsese. Just for you people that don't understand how the business works, it's fucking, the fact that anything gets made is insane, the way it works. It's more about, and I love it because they interview suits who fucking ruin everything. But in the 80s, they went to like, that's when Star Wars came out, all this other shit. And Rocky at the, late 70s. They did Rocky 2 in the 80s. So all that shit, they wanted sequel stuff. And then what movie did he do? They're like, we don't want the guy to die at the end. Because they wanted the sequel. They wanted a franchise. And he goes, that's not how I fucking work. That's why I love him. I always made this argument that if you made a TV series and the good guy died every once in a while in an episode, let's say it's, I don't know, Tom Selleck and whatever that fucking show was, Magnum P.I., if he got killed every once in a while, and the series still went on, but you wouldn't know till the end. Wouldn't that be a little more I don't know. But he wasn't. Hollywood's all about, and they would tell him, we have to have the people leaving the theater in a good mood. No, you don't. That goes against everything Scorsese grew up around. And you're going to fucking, Dallas, you'll watch all 5 in a night. I swear on my mother. There's nothing boring about it. Mean Streets, interviewing the guy that De Niro played, Johnny Boy, who's based on this fucking guy who was cuckoo Italian dude, who wasn't even afraid of the mob. He'd owe them $50K and fucking tell them to fuck off and then chase them. Colin Quinn's got a fucking cousin who's just like that. Ended up getting chased out of New York. Anyways, watch it is all I'm saying. I don't know how I got into all this. Where are we? What are we doing? I don't know. You're going to fucking, dude, you're going to, drawing a little fucking, by hand, he's writing dialogue. In The Raging Bull, you know the scene when De Niro's fat and he's in a wife beater and he's got a sandwich in his hand and Pesci's sitting on the couch and then watching TV and he's trying to fix the picture. Joey, I've been hearing things. He's talking about, he thinks his brother's fucking his wife. He goes, what things you been fucking hearing? I've been hearing things. Okay, what? Fucking been hearing things. And he keeps doing it. And if you guys know anything about acting, there's something called the Meisner technique. It's the first drill they have you do where like me and Dallas would face off and Dallas would go, that's a green shirt. to me, and I'd go, it's a green shirt. And you'd go, that's a green shirt. And you're saying, having a whole conversation, but it's just based on emotion and not the word. So that was De Niro. That's a method acting. It's method acting, you know, and he kept going. I've been hearing things. And then when you hear De Niro interviewed in this thing, he really is a bit of a dope. He can't finish a sentence. I'm not going to, I hate him for his politics, but he's just so fucking cool. But he can't finish a sentence. When they interview him, he's a man of no word. Yeah. So I said to Marty, we got to do this. And he was like, and then that's it. That's every time they interview, it ends with him going, you're going to fucking laugh. You're like, what's he, autistic? Whatever he was, it worked great. So anyways, I should be getting paid for this plug. Where the fuck am I? What am I doing? Let's get on with it. I talked so much the thing went off. Just fucking Steve Jobs. What else? No sports last night, so that's what I watched and learned the first fucking 4 chords to Knocking on Heaven's Door. It's 4 in the morning. I'm playing Knocking on Heaven's. What am I? 12, 14? Keeps my mind sharp. I say that, and then I walk out looking for my bedroom. I go, where did I put that? Shocking jail confession. That's the first story, right? Yeah. Jeffrey Epstein. I thought this was pretty shocking. Epstein claimed New York federal prosecutors told him he could walk free, listen to this, if he agreed to implicate Trump, according to his ex-cellmate. After his arrest on child sex trafficking charges in July of 2019, Epstein was transferred to the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan, where he shared a cell with ex-cop, and I remember when this happened, Nicholas Tartaglione. There he is, huh? Guessing he's not gay. Look at this fucking guy who was awaiting trial before convicted on a quadruple murder charge. This guy was a cop up in Westchester County, which is a nice count. It's the rich part of the suburbs of New York, where I was living for a little while. Look at this guy. Tartaglione, this was Epstein's cellmate. And when I heard that, I go, oh no. 57, now claims that Epstein, who died a month after being arrested, told him prosecutors, Epstein told this guy, his cellmate, prosecutors had offered to cut a deal if he snitched on Trump, who was then in his first term.
Shut up! Shut!
No.
I don't know nothing about that.
Epstein was found dead alone in his cell on August 10th after having hung himself. Yeah, right. And they found Hillary's shoes in there in a purse. His death was ruled a suicide, but lapses in security and protocol at the correctional facility and the lack of evidence collected at the time have led to many questions. A former K-9 officer in Westchester, Taglione here, was, I'll call him Tags, was convicted of killing 4 men. They were drug dealers, by the way, after a 2016 cocaine deal went wrong, and he believed a worker at his animal sanctuary had stolen $230,000. That's who you want pissed at you. The ex-cop claims in his pardon bid that the prosecution was flawed and that evidence was manipulated by cops to frame him for the murders. In his petition, Tarts alleges a mobile phone involved with the case was tampered with to add his name as a contact. Hey, who knows, right? In New York, after it had been confiscated. He and his lawyers claim video evidence was altered, spliced, mutilated, and destroyed to suit the prosecution. Well, if that's true, I would think it would be easy to prove. I don't know. The pardon request claims the man who worked for Tags, Marcos Cruz, confessed to setting up. Oh, he looks like a happy fella. He looks nice, as my mother would say. He looks like a nice guy. To setting up the murders for a Mexican cartel, but was convinced by an investigator to change his story. Tags also claims the star witness at trial, Joey Biggs, bodybuilder, and school security guard. He beat up 12 bus drivers that wouldn't follow his orders, only implicated him after meeting with prosecutors 30 times and repeatedly lied and fabricated information on the stand. Biggs was sentenced to 17 years in 2024 for his role in the scheme after admitting to pulling the trigger of a gun which killed one of the men. He had been facing life, but a sentence was reduced to his cooperation. due to his cooperation, I should say. Upon a jury finding him guilty in 2024, the judge slammed Tags, the big Italian fella, saying he cared more about animals than people he killed. That's a lesbian. That's not a... Calling him delusional and a racist. And not a lesbian? He's got the same haircut and build. And citing the overwhelming evidence against him. Tags claims there have been numerous attempts on his life since Epstein's death, leaving him injured with a metal plate in his head. How tough is prison when a guy like that gets beat so bad he has a plate in his head, but he's still alive and still yapping? That's it, folks. If you want to watch the whole show live and free, go to Rumble and sign up for free. And while you're at it, go to nickdip.com for tour dates and merch. We'll see you guys next time.
Hi. Good night, everybody.